Good evening, good morning, and welcome to Tencent Music Entertainment Group's first quarter 2024 earnings conference call. I'm Millicent Tu, Head of IR. We announced our quarterly financial results today before the US market opened. An earnings release is now available on our IR website and via Newswire services. Today, you'll hear from Mr. Cussion Pang, our Executive Chairman, and Mr. Ross Liang, our CEO, who will share an overview of our company strategies and business updates. And then Ms. Shirley Hu, our CFO, will discuss our financial results before we open the call for questions. Before we continue, I refer you to our safe harbor statement in our earnings release, which applies to this call as we make forward-looking statements. Please note that the company will discuss non-IFRS measures today, which are more thoroughly explained and reconciled to the most comparable measures reported under IFRS in the company's earnings release and filings with the SEC. At this time, all participants are muted. After management's remarks, there will be a Q&A. And please be advised that today's call is being recorded. With that, I'm pleased to turn the call over to Cussion, Executive Chairman of TME. Cussion.
Thank you, Millicent. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our call today. 2024 is off to a great start. Strong execution of our dual engine content and platform strategy is yielding impressive results and pushing vitality industry-wide. In the first quarter, the number of music paying users increased to 113.5 million, propelling 43% year-over-year growth in online music revenues. Our high-quality growth strategy also drove a robust net profit margin expansion. Subscriber growth in this quarter significantly exceeded our expectations, reaching a quarterly historic high of 6.8 million net adds. What's more, we maintained the ARPPU at a healthy level. Both achievements demonstrate our keen understanding of users' needs and our knack for anticipating and meeting their demands operationally. As you have seen in our earnings release, supported by our strong fundamentals, we are very pleased to announce an annual cash dividend policy and $210 million in cash dividends for the year of 2023. On top of our ongoing buyback program, this reflects our confidence in future growth and commitment to sharing our success with shareholders. Next, I would like to share an overview of this quarter's content development efforts. Through a balanced combination of copyrighted music and original content, we enable users to discover the latest and trendiest content and enjoy a superior experience on our platform. Let me go over a few highlights. First, we renewed and reinforced a partnership with record labels to broaden our music library's comprehensiveness and popularity. Our innovative value-added privileges, features, and promotion services extend far beyond mere licensing, further unlocking the value of music content industry-wide. We renewed our cooperation with Time Fengjun Entertainment, 时代峰峻, featuring 30-day head start benefits on new songs and adding Dolby Atmos upgrades for popular groups like TF Boys and Teens in Times, 时代少年团. We also expanded our agreement with HIM International Music, 华研国际, incorporating an industry-first component authorizing TME to use licensed AI feature to promote HIM's iconic C-pop content. This will ensure the authentic and responsible use of AI, showcasing TME's commitment to protecting artists' rights and interests in the AIGC era. Artists benefit from TME's tech-powered promotions and copyright protection, while users enjoy the latest in interactive features, which is a win-win. Yoga Lin's Lin Youjia new album, Love Lord, Wang, is one recent success. For its premiere on our platform, we connected our AI Sing song along feature and TME live offline concerts, spurring fan interaction within new scenarios. We enriched our K-pop content and related offerings with various artist fan activities, digital albums, and artist merchandise for new generation groups like Elite, Baby Monster, and Rise. In the first quarter, K-pop user engagement and streams both grew year over year. Next, we expanded our original content, a key differentiator to attract users and enhance engagement. Based on our keen grasp of trends, we delivered an array of hits catering to users' ever-changing tastes this quarter. We produced the original soundtracks for hit TV dramas, The Legend of Shen Li, Yu Fengxing, and In Bronson, Hua Jianling, including 17 songs and 38 scores, featuring top tracks by TME strategic partner artists such as Jess Li, Li Jiawei, and Wang Jingwen. These catchy OSTs create massive social media buzz that boost the streams and viewerships. Their outstanding performance showcases our ability to spot and set content trends while maximizing the value of content. Our OST for The Legend of Shen Li, produced by Tencent Video, also highlighted the power of collaboration within the Tencent ecosystem. It smashed the records with over 150 million streams within 30 days of release, making it the #1 OST debut so far this year. We also partnered with strategic artists and indie musicians on music production and promotion to build our platform's qualities music offering. Our self-produced song, River Flow, 如何 by TME, Yuan Yawei, and What I Anticipate Is Not Snow, 我期待的不是雪 by Zhang Miaoge became the top-rated hits on social media this quarter. Moving on to our commitment to social responsibility. We cooperated with Tencent Charity for a third consecutive year on our theme program to drive autism awareness. If music has a shape, this year, Fiona Xu Kaiqi performed the project's theme song, Do You Understand What's Left of Me? 剩下的你听懂我吗? More than 60 other renowned artists and groups, including Jay Chou, Zhou Jielun, Su Kexue, Xue Jiqian, and New Jeans, also shared songs in support of children with autism. We then host an art exhibition featuring artwork by children with autism inspired by these musical works, leveraging multimedia to amplify our caring message and boost music's social value. In conclusion, by expanding content and introducing more tailored platform offers that resonate deeply with users, we continue strengthening our vibrancy to drive industry development. We are confident that our powerful content and platform dual engines and ever deepening understanding of content will propel our sustainable growth in 2024 and beyond. Now, I would like to turn the call over to Ross for more color on our platform development. Ross, please go ahead.
Thank you, Carson. Hello, everyone. Strong execution once again resulted in solid online music growth, record high net subscriber adds, steady ARPPU, and healthy MAUs all reflect this robust performance. Our efforts to attract and retain users were the driving force behind it. Utilizing our extensive industry experience and peerless insights into users and content, we are laser focused on anticipating and meeting users' needs with enhanced experiences and trending musical journeys. First, I want to talk about user retention. We have taken a multi-pronged approach to engaging users through constant innovation of trend-setting features. I will walk you through a few examples. Our new AIGC applications make music discovery more fun, engaging, and convenient. In the first quarter, we launched a large audio model that increases promotion accuracy, helping users discover more high-quality music content. Initial results showed that streaming share of promoted songs increased notably following the model's release. We also tested an AI assistant that supports text and voice chatting for more customized search experiences, as well as an AI playlist assistant to curate playlists, a key personal music asset that strengthens user stickiness. Recently, we introduced an interactive rewards program. Users can exchange the points they earn for benefits such as trail subscription, digital albums, and personalized privileges. While enhancing user experience, the program also opens new avenues for commercialization for the future. Ongoing platform upgrades continue to reinforce our product's appeal. This quarter, we introduced a light listening mode, 省流母带模式, to facilitate a smooth listening experience in low bandwidth environments. Our enhancements allowing greater interface customization are driving increased user adoption of our platform's players. Beyond the listening experience, we captivated users with a variety of interactive activities, including themed song guess contests, subscriber budgets, and more. These interactive features not only boosted song streaming volumes, but also boosted more artist follows and additions to favorites. As users' personal music assets on our platform grow, so does their loyalty to TME. Moving now to user acquisition. Our focus here is on discovering and cultivating users with long-term paying potential through refined marketing and operations. During Chinese New Year, riding on the favorable seasonality, we utilized our deep understanding of users across various demographics to roll out a series of effective promotion activities. Our targeted multi-channel promotions with e-commerce, telecom operators, and long-form video platforms contributed to a stronger than expected subscriber growth in the first quarter. We also teamed up with auto companies to launch holiday-themed playlists and comment share promotions. This organically broadened our reach to new users and increased user activity, contributing positively to the sequential MAU recovery in our online music services. On partnerships, we recently forged the pre-installation partnership with the Xiaomi Suqi. We also enhanced our collaboration with rideshare leader Cao Cao Chuxing. Our new self-service real estate music selection features offers rideshare passengers an easy to navigate music consumption, further extending our reach. Our trend-setting annual QQ Music 巅峰 Awards, QQ 音乐巅峰盛典, for the first time, included online merge offline offerings. Participation in interactive online filters rewarded fans with tickets to artist meet and greets, artist merchandise, and more. Thanks to a lineup of popular artists and inspired performance, this event reinforced our appeal among our core young user base. In short, our rich content and unparalleled product offerings continue to fuel users' acquisition and engagement. With user needs at the heart of everything we do, we remain committed to creating a music platform that users cherish. With that, I will turn the call over to Sherry, our CFO, for a deep dive into our financials.
Thank you, Ross, and greetings to everyone. I will now turn to our financial results. Our success in effective monetization for music services and operational efficiency management continued to lead to strong financial results in the first quarter of 2024. IFRS net profit increased by 28% year-over-year to RMB 1.5 billion, and the non-IFRS net profit rose by 24% to RMB 1.8 billion. Our total revenues were RMB 6.8 billion, down by 3% year-over-year. Our online music services achieved significant revenue growth, which largely offset the decline in revenue from social entertainment and other services. In the first quarter of 2024, our online music revenues increased by 43% to RMB 5 billion on a year-over-year basis. This surge was driven by the strong expansion of our music subscription and the growth in advertising business, supplemented by an increase in revenues from offline performances. Music subscription revenues in the first quarter reached RMB 3.6 billion, marking a 39% increase year-over-year and a 6% rise sequentially. Our refined operation and effective pricing strategy enabled us to achieve higher than expected growth in music subscribers, while maintaining a healthy monthly ARPPU. Monthly ARPPU was 10.6, up from 9.2 in the same period last year. Taking the difference in number of days into consideration, our monthly ARPPU would have remained relatively stable sequentially. The number of online music paying users were 113.5 million, representing a 20% increase year-over-year, and a record-breaking quarterly net adds of 6.8 million users. Our enriched content offerings and enhanced member privileges, such as Dolby Atmos upgrades, have made our products more attractive and improved user stickiness. Advertising revenue also had strong year-over-year growth, primarily due to the growth in ad-supported advertising. We upgraded our incentive ad experience and provide more attractive interactive features to our users, which helped the improvement in entry rate. We continue to innovate and diversify our product suite and advertising formats. Social entertainment services and other revenues were RMB 1.8 billion, down by 50% year-over-year. This was mainly due to adjustments in certain live streaming interactive functions and more stringent compliance procedures as we implement several service enhancement and risk control measures since the second quarter of 2023. As these adjustments and procedures are largely completed, we expect our social entertainment services to remain relatively stable. Our gross margin for Q1 reached 40.9%, marking an increase of 7.8 percentage points year-over-year due to a few factors. First, growth of revenues in online music subscription and advertising has generated the benefits of economies of scale. Over the years, we have made significant efforts and investments in the music industry and have built win-win relationships with labels and artists. And now, these efforts and investments started bearing fruits. Additionally, the ramping up of our own content continued to impact our margin favorably. Lastly, we have optimized the revenue sharing ratio for live streaming and also improved the monetization in WeSing membership and advertising, which also benefit our gross margin. All above factors have collectively enabled us to move to a healthy margin model. Moving on to operating expenses. In the first quarter of 2024, they amounted to RMB 1.1 billion, representing 16.8% of our total revenues, compared with 70.5% in the same period to last year. Selling and marketing expenses were RMB 187 million, down by 12% year-over-year. We will continue to spend in areas such as online music with long-term growth perspective, as well as content promotions. General and administrative expenses were RMB 949 million, down by 7% year-over-year, primarily driven by lower employee-related expenses. Our effective tax rate for Q1 was 19.9%, compared to 12.2% in the same period of 2023. This increase was primarily attributable to the accrual of withholding tax of RMB 107 million related to earnings to be remitted by our PRC subsidiaries to offshore entities. Additionally, changes in preferential tax rates for certain entities also impacted our effective tax rate. For Q1 2024, our net profit and net profit attributable to equity holders of the company were RMB 1.5 billion and RMB 1.4 billion, respectively. Non-IFRS net profit and non-IFRS net profit attributable to equity holders of the company were RMB 1.8 billion and RMB 1.7 billion, respectively. Our diluted earnings per ADS reached a record high this quarter at RMB 0.91, up 25% year-over-year. Non-IFRS diluted earnings per ADS increased to RMB 1.1, up 23% year-over-year. These results underscored our robust financial performance, enhanced operating efficiency, and the beneficial impact of our share repurchase program. As of March 31st, 2024, our combined balances of cash equivalents, and term deposits were RMB 34.2 billion, as compared with RMB 32.2 billion as of December 31st, 2023. This combined balance was also affected by changes in the exchange rate of RMB to USD at different balance sheet dates. Under the share repurchase program announced in March 2023, as of March 31st, 2024, we had repurchased 32.2 million ADS from the open market for total cash consideration of $235.5 million, of which approximately $61 million were repurchased in the first quarter. Looking forward, we will continue to invest in high-quality contents and original content productions, as well as new products and technologies such as AIGC. We remain confident in the prospects of the music industry and our music subscription and advertising business. This concludes our prepared remarks. We are now open to taking your questions.
Thank you, Shirley. If you are dialing in by phone, please press 5 to ask a question and then 6 to unmute yourself. If you are accessing from the Tencent meeting or Vote meeting application, please click the raise hand button at the bottom left. For the benefit of all participants on today's call, please limit yourself to one question, and if you have additional one, please re-enter. If you ask your questions in Chinese, please repeat in English. And the first question comes from the line of Alicia Yap from Citigroup. Alicia, please.
Hi, thank you, Madison. Good evening, management. Thanks for taking my questions. Congratulations on solid result. I'm going to ask in Chinese first, and I will translate myself. 谢谢管理层接受我的提问，也恭喜这个强劲的业绩。我的问题是，对于2024年整体的这个增长展望，然后在我们实现这个一季度强劲的业绩后，特别是这个音乐会员竞争创历史新高哈。 我们对于第二季度跟接下来的几个季度的这个会员竞争的趋势，还有那个 ARPPU 的趋势是有如何的预期，能跟我们分享一下？然后对于整体在线音乐总收入的一个增长预期如果管理层有一些也可以跟我们分享一下我自己翻译。My questions is for 2024 outlook. So after achieving strong set of results, especially with record high quarterly net add, what should we be expecting for the net add trend for the second quarter and also the ARPPU trend for the second quarter and also the rest of the year? And any comment on the overall growth rate expectation for the total online music revenue? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Alicia, for your questions. And for the full year of 2024, our online music and subscription revenue are well on track, and the profitability is also expected to be slightly better than the previously anticipated. So for the subscription side, I think that we are pleased to see that the Q1, the net adds is really quickly exceeding our expectation. So it really gives us a really strong start for this year. And therefore, we are confident that the total net adds for the 2024 will exceed our initial projections and indicating to be a total greater than the year of 2022 and yet slightly slower than last year, which is 2023. But on the other hand, we remain really committed in a healthy long-term growth of our business. So on a full year ARPPU side, we expect it to continue to expand year over year. Although at the moment, I think a more modest growth rate compared to 2023. And to recap, I think the last year's rapid year-over-year growth was primarily due to the scale back of the discounts. So based on the last year healthy ARPPU level and benefits of some of the operational optimization to be introduced throughout this year, we expect a slightly ARPPU growth in the second half of this year when compared to the first half. However, we will remain unchanged and confident in long-term ARPPU expansion potential, supported by our experience in users education and also a variety of operational strategies. A couple of points that I would like to add should be, we have a better than expected Q1 net adds, which is primarily due to a couple of reasons. First of all, I think Q1 is typically the peak season for the entire year, especially due to the Chinese New Year. So as users are more willing to pay for the entertainment. And secondly, we are also expanding the effective promotional activities which attract more high potential users. So we through the multi-channels promotions across different areas and we significantly drive the good growth of our user base. But I think that as we communicate and seen in the 2023 pattern, I think rolling off the strong seasonality, the net adds should return to more normalized and sustainable levels over the next few quarters. So besides the subscription business, I think that for the non-subscription business, we will also had a strong start in Q1 this year. And we expect growth to be solid in the remainder of this year as we continue to innovate the advertising products and expand the merchandise sales with labels and artists as well.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Alex Poon from Morgan Stanley.
Congratulations, management, on a very strong quarter. My question is related to gross margin. We in Q1, while we have negative seasonality for both advertising and social entertainment, we still expanded gross margin significantly sequentially from 38 to almost 41%. Can management share how the revenue and cost structure has changed on sequential basis, and how should we think about gross margin in rest of 2024? Thank you very much.
非常感谢，谢谢管理层，恭喜大家在第一季度取得了非常强劲的业务表现水平。我的问题是和毛利率所相关的。在第一季度，我们可以看到，尽管从季节性的角度来说，广告和社交娱乐业务以及包括相关的服务是出现了负增长的一个情况，但是毛利率仍然环比实现了大幅的增长，从38%增长到了将近41%。那能否请管理层帮我拆分一下目前的收入和成本结构的一个环比变化， 以及包括我们应该如何看待今年全年剩余时间的毛利率的趋势？谢谢。
对，gross margin is 40.9% in Q1, increased by 7.8% year-over-year and increased 2.6 quarter-over-quarter. There are several reasons as follows. The first, music subscription revenues and advertising revenues have significant growth. Second, we have made significant efforts and investments in the music industry and have built win-win relationships with labels and artists. Additionally, we focused on our CE to manage content costs more efficiently. Our online music revenues growth ratio was higher than net growth ratio of content cost. And third, we gradually ramp up our self-owned content, which is a positive impact on our gross margin. And fourth, even the live streaming revenue decrease, we optimized the live streaming revenue sharing strategy. The live streaming revenue sharing ratio decreased, and the VIP revenue and the advertisement revenue on Weixin platform increased. All above benefit our gross margin. Our gross margin has improved for 8 consecutive quarters. Looking forward to Q2, we expect subscription revenue and advertisement revenue will continue to be healthy growth. On the cost side, we expect our in-house made content will have positive impact on gross margin continually. And we will continue to increase our operational efficiency and monitor each cost items for RC model. We expect our gross margin will be increased in Q2 continually. And look forward in the second half of 2024, we expect our gross margin will be also increased.
Thank you. And the next question comes from Goldman Sachs, Lincoln Kong. Lincoln, please.
Thank you, management, for taking my question. So congrats on the very strong quarter. So my question is about the online music services, specifically advertising. So could management comment so what we have seen in terms of advertising trend in the first quarter and into the second quarter, and by the different format, so what are the sort of new advertising format company are thinking to implement, and any of the trends of those sponsorship ads or premium member ads, if management can share. Thank you.
非常感谢，谢谢管理层。那我的问题的话是关于在线音乐服务的问题，特别是针对广告，是否可以请我们的管理层简单的和我介绍一下，在第一季度和第二季度，目前可以看到广告相关业务方面的一些进展，总的趋势是怎样的？是否有一些新的范式的出现？这些新的范式公司是如何进行拥抱的？采取了什么样的一些措施？以及包括目前在广告行业所看到的一些新的发展趋势，包括广告客户方面的一些新进展。
对广告这部分，应该说，首先就 Q1 跟取得一个比较好的增长吧，然后 Q2 可能会继续延续吧，就继续延续这样的一个趋势。
Thank you very much. Thanks for your question. Indeed, for the advertisement service in Q1, we have a very strong growth, and I think in Q2 we're going to maintain such a strong growth.
因为随着会员数的增长，这里面的主要的挑战是来自于非会员这部分的流量的利用了。
You know that we are now extending our subscriber base, but I think the key challenge for the advertisement business is how we're going to leverage the traffic of the non-subscribers.
所以在这种相对来说就是可以利用的流量本身在下降的这个情况下，因为会员是增长的，所以我们还是要持续的通过优化给广告主的解决方案，以及用更具吸引力的权益来辅助流量的运营。
So you can say that we see the traffic from the non-subscribers continue to go down because we are now having more subscribers. That is the reason for us. We need to continue to optimize the solution we provided to the advertisers and making sure we can also provide a very attractive interest package to continue to operate and optimize the traffic operation.
所以从去年开始，我们的广告业务就取得了一个比较不错的表现，然后预期呢，今年应该也会 取得比较稳健的增速。那从第一季度来说呢，主要其实还是比较强势的，像电商、游戏跟内容资讯、快消方面的行业广告主是我们主要的收入贡献啊，尤其是也受益于年初的一部分电商的春节大促，所以我们也在这里面主要还看到电商这部分的广告主的增量是比较明显。
So you can say that the start from the year of 2023, we already registered a very good performance regarding the advertisement business. Well, regarding what we're going to do for this year, I think for this year, we're also going to maintain a very stable growth for the advertisement business. At least from what I can see from Q1 of this year, we have a very strong growth. Especially, we have the key revenue contributor coming from the e-commerce, the gaming industry, the content information, and the faster consumption industry. And especially due to the e-commerce, they are launching the large-scale promotional activities during the new Chinese year. So we're going to say that in Q1 of this year, we also have a very good growth coming from the e-commerce channel regarding the advertisement business.
所以对于 Q2 来说，一个比较重要的节点就是在618，所以在618这个情况下，我们也要去更好的去服务好电商这部分的广告者，能够希望在618这个电商重要的这个电商节点上取得比去年的一个更好的增长的趋势。然后我们也同时为这些电商的这些广告主其实储备了比较丰富的广告形态。
We're talking about the Q2 of 2024. I think the key event we're going to have in Q2 would be the 680 Shopping Festival online. In that way, we're going to leverage this great occasion to serve our e-commerce advertisers, because we hope that by serving them, we will be able to have a very good growth compared with last year. And we also prepared many of the good solutions in order to continue to serve the e-commerce advertisers.
对，除了这个以外，就是我们也依托于 TME 的比较丰富的音乐生态，在我们也完成了更加多元化的广告形式跟比较创新性的广告模式。
You know that besides that, we are also leveraging the very enriched and diversified music ecosystem of TME, continue to roll out more diversified formats of advertising and new advertising business models.
对，比如说招商广告这部分，我们也可以很好的跟我们的线下演出有结合。
For example, for the investment advertising, it could also be well combined with our offline performance and concerts.
对，这样我刚才说过的就是我们现在在 Q1 我们也重点去推出了一个基于金币的一个激励广告形态。那这个形态呢，我们也希望通过它在提升用户留存的基础之上，也能够打开一个更加新的一个广告的收入。
As I mentioned, in Q1 of this year, we also launched an incentive-based advertisement format that is based upon the coin. By launching this new model, we hope that we will be able to continue to improve the user retention, while at the same time to start a new stream of the revenue for the advertising business.
所以基本上对于我们可以在竞价合约跟招商这3种模式下，因为我们储备了非常丰富的多样化的一个广告的产品，所以我们相信这样能够更好的去支持我们广告业务的健康成长。
So you can say that based upon the 3 business models regarding the price competition, the contracted advertising, and investment advertising, we do have a full portfolio of the advertisement solution. In that way, we will be able to leverage this full mix of the product to continue to grow our advertising business in healthy and sustainable approach.
Okay.
Thank you. And the next question from Zhang Lei, Bank of America Merrill Lynch. Zhang Lei, please.
嗨，管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问，也恭喜非常强劲的业绩。我的问题主要是关于整体利润跟利润率的趋势的。我看到我们 EQ 的话，整体还是比市场预期的这个利润趋势好很多。尤其是那个 sales marketing 方面也有一个就是环比的一个不小的提升，但是呢 MAU 的话整体看起来环比还是比较稳定的，所以想请教一下我们这个背后的 driver， 还有怎么看未来几个趋势，整个在营销费用和整体的这个利润率层面的一个变化的趋势呢？谢谢管理层。我自己翻译一下吧。Thanks management for taking my question. My question is mainly regarding the margin trend, especially the sales and marketing trend. Consider we have a Q-on-Q control on the sales and marketing expense, but maintain the MAU sequentially largely stable. So how should we look at the driver and the overall sales and marketing and the margin trend in the following quarter? Thank you.
刚刚我们也分析到了这个毛利率的情况，就是毛利率其实是同比、环比都有一个很大的一个增长，这是起点哈。那我们也预计说未来也还会有一定的增长。那么我们可以看到说我们在 Q1 的这个营销费用，那么同环比其实都是在下跌的，这个是一个情况。
Thank you very much. Thanks for your question. Just now in our previous answer, we also mentioned about the GP margin. Actually, for our GP margin, we registered a significant growth no matter on YOY or MOM basis. That should be lay a very solid baseline for our performance. I do believe in the near future, we're going to continue to grow this number. And in Q1 of this year, talking about the marketing expenses, it was ever going down on YOY and MOM basis.
营销费用在 Q1 呢，这个比较低的情况是 Q1 本身是一个比较低，按季节性来也是个比较低的一个季节。那么我们在这里面其实在 Q1 相对于 Q4 来讲，其实在品牌推广啊各方面其实是还有一些促销活动上其实是做的比较少一点的。
We're talking about the seasonalities of the marketing expenses. Q1 of each year are traditionally being considered as a low season of the marketing events because majority of the brand promotions and the promotion activities being conducted in Q4 of each year. So in other words, in Q1, we launch less marketing events.
但随着我们整体的这个平台的，就是音乐平台的这种变现能力的这种提升，那在我们的这个 ROI 的这个方式和方法的管理下，那我们预计我们在音乐方面的购买渠道的量方面的营销费用会进行一个提升。
But I can say that our platform, or should I say the monetization of our music platform, continue to be improved. And also with the well-established ROI management method in place, we do expect we're going to spend more marketing expenses in order to regain the traffic for our channels.
同时会减少在直播方面的这个渠道的一些费用。
Where at the same time, we're also going to reduce the marketing expenses in the channel of live streaming.
另外一方面就是说，内容其实尤其是自制内容是我们的发展的一个重要的方面。那么在内容的这个宣传方面和推广方面也会积极的投入。
Well, my second point is regarding the content, especially the self-commissioned or self-developed content. This is going to serve as a key driver for our future business. So we're going to make good investment for the content promotion.
对，所以我们预计 Q2 我们的营销费用会有所上升。但是总体而言，就是全年的营销费用会控制在跟去年的整体的全年的营销费用同样的水平。
So we foresee in Q2 of this year, the marketing expenses will rise, but overall speaking, the marketing expenses for 2024, the full year, would be in line with what we saw last year in 2023.
然后我们到这个我们的这个 G&A 费用，那么这里面主要的就是这个我们的人员投入的费用。那我们在过去的1年其实已经做了很多这个降本增效的工作，其实人数也其实也有比较大幅度的一个降低吧。
So coming next, let me comment on G&A expenses, and especially the investment we made on the team. And actually, for the past 1 year, we have already adopted the cost initiative and continue to downsize the team.
对，那另外一方面，我们对于新技术和新产品的投入还是会继续，类似于像AI、GC 这方面，都是还会继续加大一些投入。
Where at the same time, we're also going to continue the investment in new technologies and a new product, for example, like AI-GC.
对，所以整体而言，我们认为我们的这个 G&A 的费用全年2024年的情况也基本上会和2023年持平。
So generally speaking, regarding G&A, we do believe the total G&A expenses in 2023 would be in line with, in 2024 would be in line with 2023.
所以整体在我们的毛利率增长，收入我们预计下半年也会有所增长的情况下，那我们的 推广费用和 G&A 的费用是保持一个稳定的状态。那么我们的这个净利润和净利润率，我们预计都会有所提升。
So overall speaking, as you can see, we continue to grow the GP margin, and also we foresee the revenue in H2 of this year also going to go up. Where at the same time, we also stabilize the promotion expenses and the G&A expenses. So I do believe for the full year, the net profit rate and the net profit will be improved.
对，那我再补充一下，讲一下我们的那个有效税率 ERT。
We are coming next. Please allow me to talk about ERT, the effective tax rate.
对，我们的 ERT 大家可以看到 Q1 我们是上升到19.9%。那么这里面主要的原因是刚刚其实也提到说，我们从境内的子公司分红到境外的主体，那这样会要交一个这个 withholding tax 的费用。那么这一块在2024年我们的有效税率会提升，类似于在Q1 的一个情况。
Regarding the effective tax rate, and in Q1 of this year, it has been risen to 90.9%. The key reason is because the dividend payout need to be made from the onshore company to the offshore company. So we're going to pay for the withholding tax. So that's the reason in Q2024, the effective tax rate in Q1 has been on the upward.
那总体而言，这个金额的影响是比较小的。那么对我们的净利润和净利润率其实影响不大。那么还是刚刚说到的，预计全年是一个净利和净利润上升的趋势。
But generally speaking, the sum is quite small and it's not going to impact the net profit and the net profit rate that much. So overall speaking, I do foresee for net profit and the net profit in 2024, it's going to keep a riding momentum.
Thank you. And the next question from Macquarie, Alex Jiang.
Thank you so much, management, for taking my question, and congrats on the great results. It's been very great to see the improvements in our music paying conversion. So if you compare the existing users versus the newly acquired users, just wondering, can management shed some light on the average pricing gaps between these two cohorts? Also, during the opening remark, management shared some very exciting AI-empowered initiatives that have been driving better user engagement. Just wondering anything you can share on the recent trends for the next month retention and whether there could be more operating leverage for higher customer kind of lifetime value down the road. Thank you.
非常感谢管理层，恭喜管理层在本季度取得一个良好的表现。那我们可以看到，其实在第一季度的话，我们在整体的一个用户转换方面也得到了进一步的改进。如果请管理层来对比一下我们的现有用户和新进来的用户的话，我想知道大家是否可以和我分享一下这两个群体之间的平均价格差异上的一些信息，以及包括刚才管理层也在我们的致辞当中特别提到的，我们采用了很多的人工智能赋能的一些计划，来进一步的提升我们的运营。那除了能够进一步的帮助用户参与度的一个提升之外，是否也可以帮助我们能够分享一下接下来几个月当中用户留存度它的一个基本的趋势是怎样的？
第一个问题，其实应该是跟所有的产品是类似的吧。就因为对于新用户来说，首先老用户我们本身肯定我们具备了相对来说比较高的留存，因为这里面重点主要是要去做连续包月的整个的续费，所以老用户这边的续费整个转化率肯定是续费率相对来说是肯定是更高的。那新用户这边我们因为就像刚才康人讲的，我们会有一些折扣以及对应的一些会回收一些促销，所以它的变化会跟着我们本身的运营活动，它的转化率会有所变化。
Thank you very much. Thanks for the question. Regarding the existing customer, yes, indeed. For the existing customer or the user, we do have a very high retention rate. And because many of them are our long-term user, and if we're going to convert them, that means they just continue to renew our service. So originally speaking, the conversion rate of our existing user would be very high. Where for the newly acquired users, as we mentioned just now, in order to engage those users, we provide some discount and some of the promotional activities, even if we're already scaling back the discounts. But actually the conversion rate of the new users will go in line with our promotional activities, and sometimes it's subject to the change of the promotional activity timeline.
对，在AI 这部分大模型这边对用户留存这边的增长，我们首先肯定要清楚，其实 就是现在所有的音乐平台的推荐体系都是和神经网络的模型相关的。那目前我们也在，它跟现在的其实大语言模型是有所区分的。但是我们说我们目前基于现在的神经网络的这个模式，然后同时引入更大量的参数，会对于我们目前的推荐能力和搜索能力都有非常大的帮助。这是我们从实际的数据可以看到的。所以也对于我们应该说我们的用户的留存率，因为这些技术的应用我们整体的留存率都是有比较好的提升的。
The second part of the question is regarding how AI can empower the user retention. I have to say that the AI large model indeed help to grow the retention. But let's be clear first. For the music platform, the recommendation system was based upon the neural network model, and it is different from the large language model we're talking about today. But generally speaking, I do believe as we're having those great models, and by introducing a large set of the parameters into our existing platform, we will be able to continue to improve the recommendation capacity and search capacity. And you can see from our actual operationals that can help us to continue to grow and optimize the user retention. So indeed, by leveraging those cutting-edge technologies, our overall retention rate is being improved.
那基于目前的大语言模型以及生成式的这样的技术呢，我们在 Q1 其实重点发布了。首先我们开源了我们自研的一个虚拟人的视频模型驱动这个其实在整个开源社区里面也取得比较好的一个反响。
Actually, we talk about large language model and the generative technology. In Q1 of this year, we also launched the open source, our self-developed Minican video model drive, which has already received very positive feedback from the open source community.
另外，我们也一个欣喜的结果就是我们新发布了我们自己自研了一个音频的一个大模型，它能够去基于音频的特征去判断两首歌之间的一个相关性。这个是对于我们发现在推广歌曲中有一个非常显著的良性的结果。
And something that we're truly proud of is that we also newly introduced a large model. We call it audio model. This audio model can help to distinguish the correlations between two notes and the sounds based on the characteristics of the audio. And this is also a very good result that has been harvested from the cutting-edge technology.
另外，在内容创作部分，我们首先我们在 AI 的去生成歌声方面，已经在全平台取得了比较好的结果。就无论从用户规模和用户收入上，都按照我们预期的结果在发展。它可以在通过这样 AI 歌声可以发现更有趣的新的曲库和新的内容。
Well, regarding the content creation, we have already received a very good result from artificial intelligence generated vocals. No matter from the user scale or from the revenue of the users, we are all seeing very good progress being made. In that way, it can actually facilitate the users of identifying new lyrics and new songs and new content.
对，然后我们在这个季度其实重点的是我们联合了腾讯的 AI Lab 实验室发布了一个我们的民乐的民族音乐的一个音乐生成模型。那同时我们也通过这个模型去携手上海民族乐团，达到了全国首场的这个 AI 国乐的音乐会。
And another milestone I'd like to mention in Q1 of this year was we are working with Tencent AI Lab and introduced the first music generation model for the folk music. And it is through this model we're working with Shanghai National Orchestra to organize the ever first AI-empowered concert in China.
对，然后另外就是最后我们最近还是在更加关注整个行业比较领先的几个模型，一个是 Sono，一个是UDIO 这些如何能够跟我们的平台有更好的结合。
And besides that, we are also keeping an eye on those leading models in the industry. One is Sona, and another one is UBIO. And we're exploring those new models to see how they can fit into our platform.
Thank you. And the next question comes from Fang Wei from Mizuho. Fang Wei, please. Are you with us, Fang Wei? Okay, let's
Hello?
Yes, Pawan, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Yeah, thank you for taking the question. So I want to double click on the offline concerts, right? So we see pretty good coming back last year and so far this year. Just wondering if management can help remind us your position and your strategy for this segment. And also, what's the business models there other than sponsored advertising? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your questions.
非常感谢谢谢给我这个机会来问这个问题。我的这个问题的话呢，更多的是关注于我们的一个线下表演，以及包括线下的一些演出。我们可以看到线下演出已经复苏，在23年和24年整体的表现都非常好。可不可以请管理层简单给我介绍一下，目前在线下演出这一细分市场当中，公司的业务的定位以及包括策略，以及除了赞助商广告之外，是否还有什么好的商业模式？谢谢。
Thank you so much for your questions. And basically, I think 2023 is a big year for the live performance businesses. And we are also seeing that it will continue to trend in this year. But definitely it's going to be normalized and will not have such a big growth when compared to last year's performances. I think from TME point of view, we have different pillars of strategy in order to support our overall strategies. First of all, we are committed to build our own IP, for example, like the TMEA music festivals and also the award ceremony. This year is going to be the 5th year of us, and we have already received a lot of very good results and from our partnerships as well. And we are focusing on not just bringing the local artists, but also the international artists to our stage as well. Besides our own IP music festival and awards, we also team up and also help to organize and produce top tier artists live tour as well in China and also in Southeast Asia that we have successfully launched it out in year 2023, and we are continuing to doing that. And the last one, which is we will continue, besides the top tier artists, we will be focusing on building some of the smaller stages, for example, like the live house event for the Tencent musicians, which will help us to incubate a lot of younger generation of musicians in order to continue to improve through the live performance events. Besides the strategies that we are, the different types of concerts that we are organizing, we will have different business model as well. First of all, we have the ticketing. We can also have the advertising sponsorship model. And as what we have mentioned before, we are also working on the fans-based economy, like the merchandise and all these kind of things that we are working on. We will also continue to collaborate our live event, not just offline, but together with online, with different privileges, with our super VIP plan as well. So we have an exciting journey that we are looking forward, and we will continue to pull in more resources in order to grow the live performance business in TME.
Okay, in the interest of time, we'll take the last question from Thomas Chung, Jefferies, please. Thomas?
Hi, good evening. Thanks management for taking my question. My question is about our new initiative, such as long-form audio, IoT. Can management comment about our thoughts about the outlook in these areas? And my second question is about our long-term target. Given we have talked about our 2024 outlook on the top line and the bottom line, can management comment how we should envision TME in 3 to 5 years time down the road? Thank you.
非常感谢，谢谢管理层回答我的问题。我的第一个问题是提到我们之前所提出的一些新的策略，比如说像整体的一个长音频的 IoT。我想了解在这个领域当中，管理层对于它未来发展的一些想法。第二个问题是涉及到公司长期发展的一个目标。我们刚才已经提到了公司对于2024年营收和利润的一个展望。那我想问一下，如果从3到5年这样的一个维度来看，管理层是如何展望的？谢谢。
我先回答第一个问题吧，第二可能得看上那个长音频这块，肯定就一直来说，就是从战略上，我们一直都是我们音乐内容的一个补充，主要是满足不同年龄段的用户的多元化的收听的需求。所以我们目前也在持续的引入市场头部跟新的内容尤其是在我们发现在儿童等垂直类目上都有不错的表现。
Thank you very much. Thanks for your question. Regarding the long-form audio, from the business strategy perspective, it's going to complement to our existing online music service. It will help us to cater the needs of the diversified customer base especially including the user from different age groups. So that's the reason we're now continuing to introduce the top content and the new content in the market. Especially, we do see some very good performance in the children-related music market.
这里面重点要值得一提的，主要是我们还是要去跟我们腾讯集团，尤其是跟阅文保持一个更加紧密的联动我们应该在这个 Q2里面一个比较值得关注的，主要就是庆余年2这块，如果就是后面如果有对应的，那我相信我们这边长音频的内容也会对用户的留存取得一个比较好的结果。
And the second point is that we're going to keep a very close collaboration with Tencent Group, especially with Yuewen. And I do believe in Q2 of this year, a key event we're going to see is a rollout or release of Qingyu Yuan second phase. If that could be successfully rolled out, I do believe, and it's also going to help us to continue to improve the user retention for the long form audio.
这是长音频对，还有个3到5年的那个
3、5年。
对。
I think for the entire overall strategy of an entire company, I think that we are right now on a really good pace in driving the online music services in a really good form. So we will do it going to be one by one, for example, to continue to improve our the overall subscribers and also our ARPPU as well. But at the same time, this is the core, the mode of our company. I think is very important is we have to continue to build our content ecosystem, which ensuring that we will have a good coverage of all of the music libraries that we should have, and also we will continue to pull in more resources in doing content co-productions. Besides that, we will also extend our footprint, not just locally, but we also can doing some of the international development, for example, according to not just the business side of the platform side, but also the content side as well. So I think that is definitely going to be a lot of interesting and exciting projects ahead. I think from our company point of view, I think we definitely is not just doing a 100-meter sprint. We are doing a marathon. So I think that we should strike the balance. At the same time, we continue to have a quarter by quarter growth, but at the end of the day, we'll be focusing on a long-term sustainable development of the entire group. And we are ensuring that we are going to have to ensure to drive a good investors' returns to all of our investors as well. So we would like to share our success, not just doing the business well, but also ensuring that we have a good dividend policy, and also continue to have our share buyback program at the right moment. Okay, I think that's it for today.
Thank you. Thank you everyone for joining us today. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact our IR team. And this concludes today's call. And thank you so much again, and look forward to speaking to you next quarter.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.